All right, so this is probably a hard question for most 8th and 9th grade students. So if you're struggling with this, good. You're in the right zone. Most people are going to struggle with this at your age. So we can just kind of follow instructions here. To study fluctuations in composition, samples of pumice were taken from 29 locations and cut in the shape of a cube. The length of the edge of one of these cubes is 3 centimeters. So if I just pause for a second and draw a quick cube, right? That's a box, right, where all the sides are the same. So they're all 3 centimeters, okay? The cube is a density of 2.3 grams per cubic centimeter. What is the mass of this cube in grams? So here's the thing. Many people look at this question and are like, oh no, I didn't realize I needed to memorize the formula for density. It's not in the reference chart, but you also don't really need to memorize it because it's given to you just based on the units, grams per cubic centimeter. So the density is a number, so density is a number of grams divided by a number of cubic centimeters. So think about the units we have here. We don't have the mass, so we don't have the grams, meaning that that's our x. Meaning we must have both the density and the cubic centimeters, right? So the density, again, they just told us is 0.230. So it's this piece on the bottom that we need. Now we can see that these are 3 centimeters, but 3 does not go in the bottom because there's a big difference between the centimeters and the centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed is a measurement of volume, and so we need to find the volume of this box. That's the one step that maybe bothers people, but hopefully you just kind of remember that density from science class involves volume in some way, and then there you go. Now it's just kind of putting it in the right place. So the volume of a box, of a cube, is the side length cubed. So let's not use x, let's use y, just so it's different from what we have before. So y is 3, so 3 cubed is 27. So that's on the bottom here. And now just solve for x. So how do we do that? We multiply both sides by 27 because we're going to get rid of a fraction. So that gets rid of that. We get x is equal to, go to the calculator, 27 times 0.23 is 6.21. And that is the answer. Just enter it like that. They didn't say to round, right? So don't round. Don't take it upon yourself to just round things, right? It doesn't say, don't do it. But there you go. That's the whole thing. So I don't think you actually need to memorize the formula for something like density, something like speed is also similar, right? Speed is distance over time. And we think of that because it says something like miles per hour. Miles is a distance and hour is a time. And so per means divide. So it's very common that we're going to have these kinds of science-y questions on the SAT and PSAT. But remember, it's not really a science test. So if you think you need to know the science, you're just wrong. So the units in a lot of cases are going to help us. This is almost like a unit conversion question where we're given different kinds of units and we need to work them into a fraction to get to the right place. So you're probably better off thinking like that. But it's also, of course, a geometry question where we need to find the volume. So there's some puzzles here to solve, but hopefully you can work your way through it just step by step. Scratch paper is great because it lets you get ideas out of your head, put it on the page, and then you don't have to worry about it. You can kind of see what the next step might be from there.